And in my experience, I found that there's 3 great places to people watch. The beach, Walmart's, and the St. Vincent Calf. Now, the beach is great because you have all these blends of nationalities, cultures, people from all over the world speaking different languages, all drunk, all on vacation, all having a blast. But that's not why I love the beach. No. I love the beach for the older women. You know, I'm not saying 40s, 50s, I'm saying 80-year-olds, you know, more 80-year-olds, yeah. You know, I'm saying more wrinkles than they have hair, you know, the nipples are down here by the belly button, but hey, don't you worry, they're still wearing a 2-piece. You know, but the thing is, the older women, they don't like to swim, you know, they just like to come and tan, you know, and when they're putting on sunscreen, I always notice that they all have the same problem. They can't reach their back. Lucky there's guys like me out there. You know, so obviously, I see them struggling, trying to, you know, they're breaking bones out here trying to put on sunscreen. So I go over there and I offer to help them. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, do you need help rubbing one out? I mean, rubbing that in? You know, it's like, this is more action than they've received in the past 40 years. So they always take me up on the offer. They're pretty easy, actually. And, you know, so of course I get down to business. You know, I'm rubbing their shoulders, maybe a lower back action, you know, whatever. But their husbands, oh no, they don't like this one bit. You know, they come over and they, hey buddy, hell do you think you're doing to my wife? I was like, sir, please just wait your turn. I'll get to you next. Now, my next favorite place to people watch is Walmart. I mean, you've all been to Walmart, you know, and the one over by Latrobe is great. I mean, I guess we are in Latrobe. The one in Latrobe. You know, I went in there one time, there was a guy wearing overalls, he was walking around with a cow, and I was like, oh, it's bring your cattle to work day. I didn't get the memo, but sure. But I mean, obviously you guys have all been to Walmart, so I'm just gonna skip the rest of that. Let's talk about the calf, shall we? Now, all of my friends have all heard me say that the calf is the same exact thing as walking to a cantina in Star Wars, you know? You got guys over here wearing robes, you've got a Buzz Lightyear look-alike, you got a guy in the corner eating ice cream out of his own hand, and you're like, what the hell? What is going on? You know? And you know, like, the guy sitting there eating ice cream out of his hand, he thinks that nobody can see him. He's wrong. He's wrong. I can see him because I'm watching him. You know, so next time you're at the calf and you think you can just pick one and flick one without anybody watching, you're wrong because I'll catch you every single time. And if anybody here feels a little uncomfortable with me watching them at the calf, just tell them to make the food look better. Then I'll start looking at that. Let me take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere though. Now, another thing I've realized about the calf is there's a lot of picky eaters here at this school, you know? And I mean, I don't understand how you can be a picky eater at all in any stage of life, but especially at college, you know? I mean, if you're trying to survive the St. Vincent dining experience and you're a picky eater, you're just not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Me, on the other hand, I'm the complete opposite. You know, you can hand me a grilled cheese that's turning blue and it's got footprints in it, I'd be like, yeah, all right, sure, I'll go for it. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. What did I just say? Grilled cheese, the calf, yes. See, this happened to Ben last time, so I knew it would happen to me this time. But grilled cheese at the calf, not being a picky eater. Oh, right. So over the summer, you know, I worked a job where they didn't have refrigerators where I worked, you know, which is kind of bizarre, but it's a long story. And so I'd always have to walk down the street to somewhere like McDonald's or something like that. But it got to a point where I was just spending so much money on food. And I was like, there's gotta be a way for me to save a little money and still eat here. So the next time I went to Mickey D's, you know, I placed my order and the girl at the counter, she goes, oh, that'll be $12.50. And so I push down my sunglasses, I look at her and I say, hey, Toots, just put it on my tab. You know, this was a real problem because 3 weeks went by, still didn't pay my tab. All of a sudden, Ronald McDonald comes knocking on my door. He's wearing a matching sweatsuit, gold chain. He's got a New Jersey accent, asking where his money is. I said, Ronnie, I do not have your money. I had to start a tab at McDonald's. Like, I'm pretty broke. Thank God I had a mother who can cook. That way I didn't have to grow up being a picky eater. I could eat food that actually tasted good. However, my mom lives like we're in the Great Depression. She will do anything to save a buck. Now, I was too young to remember, but my siblings all tell me that, Nate Rue right there, give him a hand. But anyway, so my siblings all tell me that I was wearing cloth diapers as a baby because they're a little cheaper, which means I was pretty much just pooping in the same pair of pants until I was 2 years old, But don't worry, I'm no longer wearing diapers, still not quite potty trained, but we're getting there, I'm taking steps. Settle down, you. But, there's this other time I was doing some of my other chores, and one of them was always unloading the dishwasher. Now, when you're unloading the dishwasher, most of the dishes in there are either metal or ceramic or even plastic, But one time, I found one of those plastic knives that you use for like brownies at a picnic and then throw away. And I was like, Mom, what the hell is this doing in here, We can throw these away. And she goes, don't you dare throw that away. It's a very good knife. We need them. I said, Mom, there's a box of 400 more in the closet. I think we can toss this one, And this is the same mom that if I draw her a picture, she just looks at it and she goes, oh my God, sweetie, did you draw this? And then she crumples it up and throws it away. I'm like, Mom, what the hell? I came home for fall break. I'm eating crayons in the process of making you pictures, and you don't even put it on the fridge? It's ridiculous. That's really obnoxious, isn't it? That wasn't a joke, so not sure. But, my mom's a great lady, so in a way, when I was growing up, I was kind of like living in the Great Depression, because we grew up in the 30s, which kind of resulted in me being an old soul. Now, my friends will tell you this is very true, I'm damn near bald and I love going to bed early. But, even the way I choose to look, I inspired by the past. I got this long, hippy-dippy, 70s looking hair. But with great power comes great responsibility. A lot of people mistake me for people who I'm not. They're like, oh, you must be in a band, or oh, can you surf, or shouldn't you be out clubbing a dinosaur to death, or turning water into wine? And be like, no, I shouldn't be doing any of those things, actually. But there was this one time I was out to dinner, and this lady comes up to me, and she's like, oh my God, your hair is beautiful. You should be in a band. And I'm not in a band. I can not really play an instrument. But for some reason, I looked at this lady, I was like, fuck this lady. So I look at her and go, I am in a band, actually. Yeah, you should check us out. We're called Nipple Twister. We're great. She did not seem interested. I don't know why. Being in a band can kind of be seen as an odd job. It's not something that everybody can do. It's maybe something that everybody wants to do, but nobody's really able to. It's an odd job. And there's a lot of odd jobs out there. Some jobs are so strange, I don't even know how you get hired for them. For example, take the Men in Black. Now, I'm not talking Will Smith and, I'm not talking the movies Men in Black. I'm talking about the holy hell, I cannot speak. I'm talking about the real world guys, who come to your house after you've seen something you're not supposed to see. They got no hair, no eyebrows, and they're just like, boop, erase your memory, They also fight aliens and Bigfoot, but how the hell do you get hired for that? Does some guy come up to you and be like, yeah, you could probably kill an alien. Here's an application. Be like, nah, it doesn't happen like that. I don't know who does the hiring, but hey, if you're in the room, I would love a job. I look decent in a suit, and I hate E.T. It's like, I will not help him phone home. He's a whiny little bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not helping. Now, if you guys were here last semester, you'll know that I like to end on a more serious note. And this year, I'd like to end on a serious note as well. Thanksgiving is what, next week, I think? And then after Thanksgiving is the Christmas season. There's Black Friday. You're out shopping for things and buying people gifts, But the problem is, a lot of people go to Walmart or Target or Amazon, you know, they forget about their local businesses. And I think it's important, wow, I can get really close to you guys. I think it's important to support your local businesses, you know, and we have Dino's and Sharky's and Sigma Snacks, but this time of year, the most important one has to be Love Toys, you know. You know, it's the place over here on the corner on 30, you know, it's great. In fact, I love having a toy store this close to campus. It makes me feel young, you know, and it's the same as any other toy store. You know, you walk in and the floor is always so sticky, you know? Probably those damn kids spilling all their Kool-Aid. Like, what the hell, man? Oh, but don't worry, you can get all your Christmas shopping done there, you know? I mean, if you're like me and you have a mom who loves to read, you can pick her up a magazine. And I heard that these magazines at Love Toys, they're so compelling, even dads have been caught reading them. Not sure what that's about. So, this holiday season, when you're shopping for your little brother who dreams of being a police officer, don't go to Walmart and get him a costume. Go to Love Toys and get him some handcuffs. Oh, I'm done, by the way.